Whoop-de-doo. I'm feeling great. How about you? The Hairy Scary Hangout will begin shortly. Welcome to the Hairy Scary Countdown with me, Cliff. You got about 15 minutes until showtime, so grab your drinks and snacks, settle in, and enjoy the pre-show. Yeah!
Maybe that's too strong, but you don't get short ones any longer. You get a fight and a kick, then you pull in your line to find an overseen pain. Some people side your fishing hook gets in their hide, your sushi side by the beautiful sea.
Ghoulie Ghoulies, I'm Janet Decay, the Mummy.
And I'm Grimgory, the Monkey.
And together we host The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
Yes, our live streaming horror hosted show has it all.
Skits, bits, and a scary flick.
That's right, so for more information on our show, go check out
themummyandthemonkey.com.
And we'll see you
at the Hangout.
Woohoo!
What? You're back? What's wrong with you? Just kidding. Well, we got a little bit more to go here on the countdown, so let's just get to it. What do you say? Yeah!
Are we hot here? The microbones. See,
microphone.
because it's a scary show, you know. We try to make up a microbone.
It's on like
We're rolling.
I guess if I was a dog, I'd eat it.
Okay, well, thank God you're not, because we need it for this interview. All right, everybody, welcome back to Monster Bash 2018. I'm standing here with
Leonard Getz.
Leonard Getz. Yeah, he's an author, and tell us what you wrote there, man.
I wrote From Broadway to the Bowery. It's a filmography of all the films of the Dead End Kids, Little Tough Guys, East Side Kids, Bowery Boys. They did 92 movies over a period of 23 years, and I wrote reviews of every single movie, a history of the whole evolution process, biographies of all the major characters, and it has like 200 pictures. And Leo Gorsi, he's the leader of the group. His son wrote the foreword, and his daughter Brandy, who's here too at Monster Bash, she wrote a nice tribute to her dad. And so that's in here too. Also Hunts Hall. Hunts Hall, the guy who played Satch. His son, Reverend Gary Hall, he gave me his eulogy that he did for his dad. So that's all in the book too.
That sounds amazing, yeah. And I personally am a big Bowery Boys fan. I grew up late night watching. They would show these, interesting enough, after we would watch like Big Chuck and Little John in Cleveland. They would do an 8 all-night show, and they would show like Bowery Boys and another bad B movie. But man, I love these guys. And they did some meetups. They met up with Bela Lugosi, right?
Exactly. In fact, I think they're showing it right now. They're showing Spooks Run Wild with Bela Lugosi. In that film, he actually dresses up like Dracula. In the film we saw yesterday, Ghosts on the Loose, he wasn't dressed up as Dracula. He just played a Nazi with a Hungarian accent.
Man, there you go. The things you saw they used to do back then in Hollywood. Well, thanks so much, Leonard, for joining us here, and let us talk to you about your book, From Broadway to the Bowery. Yeah, check it out at your, where can they get it?
They can get it from me, Len Getz, at yahoo.com, and we can get it from on PayPal. It's also available on Amazon.
Awesome. So look for this book, pick it up, you won't be sorry. And thanks a lot once again, Leonard, for joining us here on the Hairy Scary Hangout.
Thank you.
Deadpool here at the Timberlake Parade 2021. Welcome everybody. Deadpool.
What do you want?
Whoa, pump the hay brakes there, Fox and friends. I'm Deadpool. I'll be your Uber driver for this evening. Wherever you need to go, I will get you there.
Not the mama. Not the mama. Fresh out the oven, straight to the bank. Ben's Hager smelling like bank. Seats, somebody died on them. Kitty looking like somebody cried on it. Not the mama, not the mama.
I ain't got no time for it. Yeah. Play no games, I made my mind up. Gotta get it. Tell the driver go to max speed. Yeah. Where we going, don't need ask me. I be in the back seat.
What do you want?
Do you know who I am?
Now's the time to
Stasha! Stasha! Get your dupa in here! It's almost time for the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. And you know what that means? We gotta do our hair ski, scare ski workout. So get in here, come on! Alright, hey, how you been, girl? Good? Be quiet, you talk too much. Anyway, so we're getting ready to work out here, so let me put the music on our boombox here, and away we'll go!
It's Friday night! Time to watch The Mummy and the Monkey. And you know what that means, gang. So let's get our groove on and limber up with another session of the Hair Ski Scare Ski Workout. Step 1, the remote reach. Well, even though this show is streamed live on the internet, I've got a pretty good feeling that you're going to try to use that remote anyway. So go ahead, reach for it. Reach, reach. Oh, too bad. Step 2, the popcorn polka. Wow, looks like you're already done and haven't even started yet. But don't let that stop you from preparing a delicious snack to enjoy the show with. Here goes nothing. And now the final step, step 3, the drink and jive. Let's make a yummy drink to wash down that snack. Ready? Pick up that shaker and shake. And shake, that's right. And shake and shake and shake, that's right. Now shake and shake. Turn around, shake and shake and... Don't shake that hard. And shake and shake and shake and shake and stop. All right, ready? Now you want to pour that drink into the glass, all right? Yes, that's good. It looks so good. And now it's time to garnish it with an umbrella and a pierogi so you can enjoy your pierogi Rita. Congratulations! You have your remote, your snack, your drink, and now you're ready to enjoy the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. Boy, will these two ever learn?
What you are about to see is bizarre, unsettling, and riveting.
Sparkling soft drinks.
Ain't nothing like a good Mountain Dew. Hey! Hey!
Steaming hot coffee.
Roses are red, and how do you do? Drink 4 of these, and whoop, 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 whoop.
Steamed or grilled hot dogs.
Oh my God! That is huge!
Crispy hot fresh French fries.
This is the best thing I have ever put in my mouth.
How about a pizza? None better anywhere.
Hey gang, it's been real. They say that all good things come to an end, but things are just getting started around here. That's right, there's no time like showtime, baby. So let's get this party started.
Hey-o! Well, look around us. We got the lights. We got the camera. And now, where are we going to get the action? Well, that's easy. We're going to get that right here because we're DTF, baby. That's right. And that means down to Friday. I'm Grim Gordy.
And I'm Janet Decay.
And together we host
The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. This is episode 265. And we're still streaming live.
That's right. That's a good one. I like that one. Good quip. Yeah, so anyway, wow, here we are again on another still sort of weather breaking, trying to figure out what it's trying to be here in Northeast Ohio anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's going everywhere from 70 to 35 and all kinds of crazy, temperature wiggling around. But hey, we're getting there. We're starting to warm up slowly but surely.
Yes. And, things might be warming up here with tonight's movie.
Ooh, yeah. Tonight we have an independent movie, an indie, baby.
Yes, an indie film that came out in 2024, and the movie is Crickfoot.
Crickfoot.
We want to thank Blood Pact Films for providing tonight's movie. They're an independent film distributor. And, we're hoping to host other movies from them in the future.
Yeah.
But, yeah, tonight's movie is Crickfoot. It's kind of like he's like a Sasquatch Bigfoot creature.
Which obviously crick is, another way some people say creek, that
Yes.
little, it's not a river, it's a small, I think it's a creek smaller than
Down
a
by
river.
the creek,
Down by the creek, yeah. So Crickfoot,
Yeah.
that type of thing. Wow, yeah, so all you cryptozoologists out there, into that kind of weird stuff.
Oh, yeah.
This one's for you,
They might dig this. Okay, we've got some shout outs, guys. So we want to wish happy birthday to Pat Ferguson. She had a birthday on April 1st, I believe.
That's right. Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday, Pat. And then happy birthday to Travis. I'm sorry, not Travis. To Laura, Travis's girlfriend.
You got it right there.
Happy birthday, Laura. And hey, happy future birthday, Travis.
That's right. At some point you'll have a birthday.
Yeah, and we've got a prize giveaway for you guys. So this is a prototype.
Ooh.
We don't even have these available for sale.
This is a one of one.
It's a Mummy and the Monkey official hat. It's one that we had made, and we're going to try to get them made in the future.
I have a one like that, except it's an all black hat.
Yes.
That's the only white one that we have with the black mesh back.
Yes,
Snapback.
it's like a trucker
cap.
kind of hat. So this is a really, really cool prize, and it's one of a kind currently until we can get some of these made.
And it wasn't cheap.
No, not really. So, okay, if you want to be a part of that prize drawing, all you have to do is comment and chat and have fun in the YouTube chat if you guys are watching us live on YouTube. And we will be putting all of your names inside my big plastic shiny mummy bucket. And yes, we will pick one lucky winner at the end of the night, and that winner has to email us to claim their prize.
That's right. And,
Benjamin H won last episode.
Oh.
And, we sent him an autographed picture.
I know his brother, Preparation.
Oh, really?
H, yeah.
Oh.
Nice guys. Anyway, where's do I have a drum thing here? I don't even know if I have that. I just have the drum roll. I don't have a rim shot on this thing. There. And everybody could use a good rim shot, right? Now, do you want to give any kind of, or we do that before the movie, a little bit of a exclaimer about tonight's movie, if there's any language in it?
So tonight's movie, it's parental discretion advised. There are some swear words in it. And
Swears.
And some jokes that might not be for the mini monsters.
Did you just create a new word, swear words, swords?
Swords.
There might be some swords in here.
There's some swords in there.
Oh my gosh. Swords. It's like you're ludicrous all of a sudden.
So we do get a lot of people that watch with the mini monsters, so, that's up to them. Just saying. We do have, should we do the mini monster shoutouts?
You said that because, this movie, look, it might have I didn't.
Well, let's do the shoutouts.
I only edited down the movie into, 4 farts. I didn't watch all of it.
I watched most of it.
I know there's one bad word that got cut out. Bad word. I sound like I'm 5 years old. But there's no nudity, but as far as I know. And
no.
But it might be a swear word or two.
It's not really.
Stuff that these kids hear every day. But
it's just a lot of corny jokes.
They're saying it in school, please.
I think you guys might like it.
Anyway, so let's you're going to do the shout-outs then.
Yes, I've got Miss Putrid Petunia here, the little zombie ghoul.
And I got my Barba Papa.
And let's do the mini monsters chants.
Okay, ready? And a 1 and a 67 and a 500,365. Mini monsters, mini monsters, rah, rah, rah. Mini monsters,
here they are. Mini monster shout-outs too. We've got Emily and Noelle and Trayvon and Araya and Xander and Willow. Wow, hey.
Hey-o.
And Morgan and Julius and Adrian and Sienna. Hey,
Sienna, hello.
And Dario and Hannah and Penny. And then there's Atticus and Lil Kong. And Violet and Cassandra and Carly and Isabella. Whoa.
Hey.
And we've got Mackenzie and Eva and Adeline and Gabriel. Hey, minis. And Taylor and Mac and Charlotte. And Mia, a.k.a. Scoob. And then we've got Adam and Peanut, and Dimitri and Lucy and Baby Joe. Wow.
Baby
yeah.
Joe, don't you know?
And then Garrett and Jacob and Kingsley and Kenton and Parker. Hey, minis. And then Nyla and Lucas and Christian. And then last but not least, we've got Ramona and Layla.
Oh, my.
Wow, so many of you guys. And if you guys have mini monsters that you want added to the shout out list, you can send us an email. And that email is themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com. And we've got a lot of grown-up monsters watching. So let's get the macabre mirror set up.
Get it ready. Warm up that macabre mirror.
And we'll get into the movie after the macabre mirror. All right, so Magic Macabre Mirror. Magic Macabre Mirror. Tell me, who be here?
Who be here?
Tracy Lee, VHS Mikey, Stasha of Liberty, Benny's here, Amanda, Watson family, Frank, John Biggins, Connie Cleary, Sears, Mofei Chen, Fulton Pierce, Dave, Dean Stotzer, Sean,
Dean Stotzer, cool.
And Lawrence and Albert, and Toy Painter 1 and Trashy, and Sears is here. Let's see. Frank Roca, Sacred Watermelon.
What else?
Sputnik. Rog, I can't even pronounce that. Rog is here.
Okay.
Jeffrey Moore, the Bone Jangler. Van Ciatras, Time Lord, Todd Andrews, Ed Birch.
Oh my lord.
Virtual Vicky, DB. Matthew Ruley, Greg Tominski.
Is the fire marshal going to shut that chat down? There's too many people.
And I see Bone Johnson is here, the filmmaker tonight.
Oh, 2 bones, and 2 bones are better than 1, I guess, right?
There's 2 bones in the chat.
In the chat, yeah.
And Ricky Bobby, Sonia, Ron Benny, William Rochelle.
Can everybody handle 2 bones
Kirk
tonight?
Harrington, Wiki Bobby.
Ah, you stepped over my... So can everybody handle 2 bones tonight? I don't know.
That's up to them. And then Kev Thulu is here.
Yeah, there's so many rolling in. That's really great. And speaking of Bone Jangler, he allowed me to collaborate on his show last Friday night on the Monster Channel.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we did riff. We put sound effects and some visual drops into the movie he showed that night. The Slime People.
The Slime People.
And it was great. So many people in the chat. We had a good time. Everybody was hanging out, eating pizza, having snacks, watching a good, really bad movie. It was so fun.
That was on the Monster Channel on Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday night. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm thinking. Okay.
That was last Saturday.
I'm so confused.
And then they do a repeat on Tuesday.
They repeated Saturday. See how I go again?
They repeat Saturday's shows on Tuesday. I need to
recalibrate my brain, my banana brain. Yeah. So Tuesday they repeat the show, but yeah, on last Saturday night there was a collab between Bone Jangler and he let me kind of jump in and do some fun stuff. So thanks again, Bone Jangler, for that.
And he's another horror host friend that is on the Monster Channel.
He is the king of the horror hosts. But,
all right, well, let's get into Fart 1.
Oh, boy. Now these warning, these farts are a little longer than our usual farts, but hey, that's the way it goes. I haven't watched this one yet.
Oh, okay.
You checked it out.
You're going to watch it now.
Yeah,
And Ladder and John Saxon are taking a break from this episode.
Right. And
they're on spring break.
Yes, they have their little spring break. Give them a little rest.
They went to Malibu to go to the beach or something.
That's right. So we are going to jump in, dive in, breathe in, inhale. Fart 1 of tonight's movie, Crickfoot. Or is it Legend of Crickfoot?
The Legend of Crickfoot.
The Legend of Crickfoot. Right here on The Legend of the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
Enjoy.
Yep, Crickfoot. Crickfoot.
Don't go out here in Pennsylvania in the woods by yourself.
Crickfoot, the mysterious creature residing by the tranquil banks of the Neshaminy Creek in Hatfield, Pennsylvania, had long enthralled local tribes of bygone eras. Known by the haunting tales passed down through generations, these ancient inhabitants ventured into the depths of the woods, pursuing the elusive half-human, half-beast, being said to roam in the shadows. Hunters sought to unravel the secrets of this enigmatic creature, believing that encountering it could bestow either great fortune or dire misfortune upon them. The legend of Crickfoot became an inseparable part of the community's cultural heritage, and the spirit of those tribes lives on as a timeless reminder of the human fascination with the unknown and the enduring bond between humankind and the natural world.
So recently I've discovered this, I guess, urban legend in Hatfield called Crickfoot. It's kind of like a Sasquatch creature that hangs around the Neshaminy Creek, which is like, I grew up playing in the Neshaminy Creek. I mean, my parents' house was right up against it. I would see it every day. So to hear this urban legend, it's something that just kind of blew my mind. It seems to have been around, centuries ago, and then just got lost to civilization, and now people are starting to talk about it again. So I, being a lifelong resident, just figured I'd give my mind a shot and research it and try to document it for historical purposes. I mean, like, I talked to historians, I did some interviews with some scientists. I mean, I got teams together to research this thing. So this documentary is just telling that story. So see what we dig up. I got a call from my assistant, Jerry. He told me somebody had called the office reporting what looks like a footprint on the banks of the Neshaminy Creek. It seems to be washed away a little bit. I mean, we got some rain. So let me just show you. So here's what I'm looking at right here. It's out of place from everything else around it, but it looks like it could have been some type of footprint that got washed over a little bit with the rain. As you can see, the creek has risen a little bit, so I don't know if the water affected this or not, but we're just going to document this and keep the search up. Soon after I began my research, more and more people started to come forward telling me that they had their own Crickfoot encounter story. I knew I had to find these people. They were out there. I needed to interview them. I needed to hear their side of the story. What was this thing? Or what is this thing?
Well, yeah, I guess just about everyone here in Hatfield, PA has a story about Crickfoot. Mine? Oh. I guess it would be that one time at the annual hot dog festival. I know. Why does Hatfield have an annual hot dog festival when that's the only thing Crickfoot goes after? I don't know. I don't know why we still do it. Anyways, I was in the hot dog eating contest and I was having a great time. And I had this hot dog almost to my mouth. And I was on like my 17th one, by the way. I had this hot dog almost to my mouth and I was about to win. And the next thing you know, it was slurped out of my butt. Hot dog slurped right out of the butt. Just like a noodle. So, yeah, I did not win that year.
Me and a couple buddies decided to go camping. And camping to us was just, let's take a Friday and go up to the woods and pitch a tent, and drink beer and smoke and do that kind of thing. But anyway, we did this, and it was we had our tent set up and we built a fire. And It wasn't dark yet. It was like just starting to get dark, and we had the fire going, and Billy brought some hot dogs. So we skewered them, and we were cooking them on the fire, you know, and drinking and having a good time. And suddenly, we heard something moving in the brush. Now, where we were, there aren't. I mean, you know, bears are not really predators, and there's no puma or anything like that. So we were kind of a little bit shook, but we just, you know, drinking, and then next thing you know, something was throwing something at us. And it was like, when we looked where it was hitting, it was rocks, and then next thing you know, it was on this side, and then just out of the blue, we hear this kind of like a roar, and we all look to where it came from, and this thing stepped out. And man, I'm telling you, I think Billy crapped his pants. I don't know, but we hauled butt. We just took off running. Well, of course, the next day we had to go back up and get the equipment, and the funny thing was, the only thing that was disturbed was they just ate our hot dogs. That was it. Whatever it was, that if it, you know, was Crickfoot, they just ate the hot dogs. Left everything else alone.
You want to know about Crickfoot? I'll tell you about Crickfoot. He ruined me and Paul's weenie roast the last 3 years. 3 years he's ruined it now for us. East Hatfield weenie roast used to be the biggest weenie roast in Hatfield. Now because of Crickfoot, he done run everyone off, and we just have to eat all the hot dogs ourselves or feed them to that sumbitch.
Yeah, I saw Crickfoot once. We was all sitting out here. There was a picnic going on in the back. We did have hot dogs on the grill. You see those trees back there? I'm the one that saw it. Big, hairy motherfucker. I don't know, people didn't believe me, but I know what I saw. I don't care what they say.
You know, the Crickfoot runs deep around these parts, and I'm not really sure how I feel about him being back on my land. He hangs out by the river, down the way, and sometimes I catch him staring at my old lady. I see him in the trees. I see him hanging. And he hangs low, if you know what I mean. But you can't touch him because he's a legend around these parts, and he's like a Galapagos Island animal. So I saw the Mr. Crickfoot, and I let him do his thing. But now if I cross him again, and he's looking at my old lady with the love in his eyes, I might just take my poop stick right off the wall and go after him.
Hey everybody, we're out here today in Hatfield Township by School Road Park. We heard there was a recent sighting of Crickfoot here, but we're taking a look. Haven't found any traces yet, but we did grab some trash bags to clean up some trash while we're here. So the next person I talked to about their Crickfoot encounter is my Auntie Mandy. Oh, God love her. Okay. So Auntie Mandy claims she had an encounter or multiple encounters when she was younger, considerably younger probably than she is now. So I let her talk. So just bear with this one, folks.
All right, so let me tell you about Crickfoot. When I was a girl, okay, we used to hang out by the creek. And the creek is pretty big around here. Everybody went there, especially if you didn't have a pool. I wasn't rich, nobody had a pool. And we used to go there and put our feet in and splash around. And sometimes we go meet boys down there. Don't tell my mother, she would lose her shit. Anyway, we went down there to meet some boys, and it was getting dark. It was a little dark. It was past the street lamp hours, which that night I got in a lot of trouble. But focus. So anyway, we're sitting there waiting for these guys, right? And they show up. They show up eventually. But before they show up, there was all these strange noises. And at one point, my friend Marcy, God rest her soul, she died when she was really young. But we saw this like really tall shadow, and I'm just saying it's like a tree. It's a tree, right? It's just a tree. And there's no way, there's woods everywhere. what could it possibly be? But we're talking about, I had just watched a documentary on Ted Bundy on 2020, and I was like, hey, maybe this is it. Maybe this is my time to go. Maybe I'm going to be in the paper tomorrow. Oh, but then I got to die with Marcy, and then it's just the whole thing. But listen. I'm telling you, it was Crickfoot. Okay, I heard him behind me breathing, just like really loud breathing, almost kind of like my Uncle Charles in church, when he would fall asleep in the pew. But I'm just saying, he was there. I heard it, I saw it. Big shadow, really furry, Somebody told me it was just a game, and I was probably pretty drunk. But honestly, I didn't really drink back then. I didn't really partake. My dad would have killed me if he would have found any alcohol on me. But that was it. I saw him. And to this day, nobody believes me. Well, there's a few people that believe me. A few people that have actually saw it. But you didn't hear it from me.
Well, we love Henry, and we try to support all of his interests. And we tried soccer, and he wasn't really into it. We tried music, he wasn't really into that, but for some reason, these cryptids just captured his imagination, and, I never thought I would be one of those local yahoos traipsing through the woods on a Saturday afternoon looking for a hot dog obsessed ape man, but there we were. Do you really believe that there's a giant 8-foot ape man living in Hatfield, Pennsylvania?
You mean 9 foot?
Well, whatever.
Yeah. It literally chased me. Did you hear that thing's roar? We were running for our lives.
Alright, folks, so I'm taking a little break from running back and forth from the Hatfield Museum to the Indian Valley Public Library over to the Lansdale Library. Just trying to dig up more on Crickfoot. I'm finding some documentation, some first-hand encounters, but it's like painfully obvious that it's like you either believe in him or you don't, and you're convinced everybody that believes in it is crazy. So I've done personal encounter videos with people that have had experiences with Crickfoot. So I took some time to do some interviews with people that don't necessarily believe in Crickfoot. So we're gonna see what they have to say.
The Legend of Crickfoot is not real.
My name's Chet Thomas. I've been hunting all through Hatfield, Pennsylvania for the last 40 years. I've seen bears stand up on 2 legs for an hour. I've seen coyote the size of bear, but I ain't seen no Crickfoot. Sure, I tried hunting them 2, 3, 48 times to be exact. I even put wiener juice on my boots, but I ain't seen no Crickfoot. I don't think he exists, but if he does, I'm gonna get him.
I don't know what you all think that you're seeing in those woods, but it's not this creature. There's just no way. I mean, it's woods. There's other huge animals out there. You can find bobcats, mountain lions, hell, even bears. I grabbed about 10 pounds of hot dogs, and I went out to the woods. Cooked them all up. Had an old pair of shoes with me. I took the remaining hot dog juice, I poured it in the shoes, and I poured some hot dog juice all around the camp and all on the trees. The next morning when I woke up, I went out to go grab my breakfast, and my hot dogs were gone. Now, I want to believe, I really do, but it's not meant to be. There is no proof that there was any huge creature that took my hot dogs. Could have been any animal.
You know, being a professional outdoorsman and adventurer has brought me a lot of experiences, and unfortunately about once a year I have to take my time and talk about Crickfoot and, you know, debunk the fact that, you know, these people are claiming to see this creature running around. He's stealing hot dogs. I mean, Randy Ricketts once again is claiming that his weenie roast has been ruined for a third time in a row. I mean, you know, do I really have to respond to this? It's pathetic. It's beneath me. It insults my professionalism to have to... Mom? I'm making a video blog. Can you give me a break?
Hey, let's go all to the lobby. Let's go down to the lobby. Let's go into the lobby. But buy popcorn. Don't buy a hot dog. I mean, you can do what you want, but just don't eat one in front of me, because that would be weird. But hey, I like The Mummy and the Monkey. I bet you will too. Bye!
Kids are asleep, husband's asleep, but 4 suspects are still at large. The perfect time for decaffeinated Maxwell House filter pack singles, fresh brewed Maxwell House coffee. 1 cup at a time.
Remember when baby Faye got a baboon heart? Now Kim's unborn son faces death.
We're going to do everything we can for him.
What would you do? Eye to Eye, Thursday.
Tonight, Kenneth Branagh, Mike Judge, and the Go-Go's on The Late Show.
Own the video that's perfect for Halloween and anytime you watch it.
Fantastic!
It's an instant classic for both kids and grown-ups.
Eureka!
Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, on sale now at a special low price.
Honey, are you there?
I work in the education department at the Oakland Zoo, and that doesn't leave me much time for cooking.
Honey, if you get this message, put the lasagna in.
I think Stouffer's quality is much better. My kids just love Stouffer's lasagna.
How's it going?
It tastes like it's made with fresh ingredients. Stouffer's tastes like home cooking. The stuffed green peppers taste like somebody just made them. You're waiting on me? It's food that you cook yourself if you had more time.
Nothing comes closer to home. Your sweet rolls are on the table. Pillsbury, you dig? But it looks like a little guy's gone and done something big.
Now Pillsbury Sweet Rolls have more of everything you love. So you can have a
Sweet good morning. More cinnamon, more creamy caramel. More sticky ooey gooey is the story they got to tell.
Pillsbury Sweet Rolls. Have yourself a
Saturday.
Hi-ho, hi-ho!
Meet Bree's mom.
All my friends at Disneyland call me Tink.
Why don't you play Tinkerbell anymore?
Very burnout.
How could anyone not like her?
A smile is just a frown turned upside down.
Get bent.
The 5 Mrs. Buchanans, followed by an all-new Hearts of Fire Saturday.
Don't worry, we're coming back. Hey, everybody!
We're back.
Welcome back to the show. You're watching tonight's movie, The Legend of Crickfoot.
Yes, from 2024, directed by Bone Johnson. And we're going to tell you a little more about Crickfoot because we've got a segment coming up soon.
And really quick before I forget, I want to thank Gary Smith for that last round of rescued reels. That was from one of the tapes he lent us a couple years ago. Had a bunch of cool stuff, and you saw in the beginning, if you were paying attention, that showed it was an animated version of what's his name, The Far Side.
Oh yeah, that looked neat.
Yeah, so that was pretty neat. And do you want to do any of these?
Yeah, and then there's some super chats that came through. So we've got Kirk Harrington, thank you for the super chat. Amanda Childers, thank you so much. Dane Stotzer, thank you. And the Shook family, thank you for your super chat. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we can move on to the segment people have been starving to see. That's right, it's time for the Mummy and the Monkey Snacktoids. New yummy snacks.
Old movie facts.
That's
but this
right.
movie isn't that old. It just came out last year.
And some of these snacks aren't new either, to be honest with you. I mean, you're eating, what are you having?
I'm just having some popcorn.
Good
And you were having some too.
Microwave popcorn. And
Yes.
I'm having a little a snacky diddly doop with the Joe Franczyk Grandpa's Cheese Barn, because this is the weekend we'd usually be at Cinema Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe would stop up and always drop off a couple of goodies from Grandpa's Cheese Barn to us, but this time he sent them in to us a few weeks ago. So this is the sweet and salty caramel mix.
Right. We will not be at Cinema Wasteland this weekend, but to the people that are going, we hope you have a lot of fun.
I'm sure they are. And don't forget, if you can get there this weekend, please go check it out. It's going on right now until, 10 o'clock? And then tomorrow and Sunday as well. So, Cinema Wasteland in Strongsville, Ohio. All right.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. And you guys in the chat on YouTube, put in the comments what you are snacking on. Because this is the part of the show where we talk about our favorite snacks. You know, when you watch a monster movie, you want to have your favorite snacks and drinks and stuff.
That's right. So put something in your mouth and start talking about the movie.
All right. I got my popcorn here. The Legend of Crickfoot came out in 2024, directed by Bone Johnson. And he used footage from the actors. So the actors shot footage for him and sent it to him, and he was able to piece it together and make this cryptid mockumentary. He gave them he just gave them the info. It takes place in Hatfield, Pennsylvania, and Crickfoot is a Sasquatch type of creature who steals people's hot dogs. And he let the independent movie actors get really creative with it and do whatever they want. You know, when you saw them, playing different characters, talking about their Crickfoot sightings.
It's a cool idea.
So I think that's really great. And let's see, he spliced it all together with the footage that he shot, and he wanted to prove that yes, you can make a movie on zero budget, and encourages others to pursue filmmaking if they want to. And a chunk of the video was shot on cell phones.
We do the show on a zero budget every Friday.
Yeah, exactly. We're on a low budget too.
We know how that is,
So we get it. All right, and then, okay, let's see. Dave is having popcorn. VHS Mikey is having string cheese.
Careful with that string
Bone
cheese.
Johnson's having hot dogs. Uh-oh, watch out for the Crickfoot.
And he's washing it down with hot dog juice, I'm sure.
Amanda's having hot dogs. John is having Stroh's beer. Let's see. Insane Jay's having peanut butter.
You should, and and just to clear up some, hot dog juice should not be confused with baby batter. Those are two different things.
Alrighty then. You see, you should have your own cooking show. You know all these things.
The more you know.
I'm a terrible cook. You want another bite, Grim?
That should be a saying. You don't know hot dog juice from baby batter, do you, boy?
William Rochelle is having pizza and wings. David Stoner's having Cheez-Its. And Mo-Fei Chen's having frozen pizza in the oven.
What, so they're in the oven eating frozen pizza? Isn't that uncomfortable?
No, their frozen pizza is in the oven.
Oh, okay.
And Grandpappy's having codfish sandwich and Lady K's homemade coleslaw. Ooh, homemade coleslaw. That sounds good. And then Bone Johnson says the dirty water dogs use the hot dog water for martinis.
Oh, there you go.
That might work.
Hey, Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, right?
That's next month.
That's
Grim.
April. What's wrong with my? I'm like.
You don't know.
I'm chronologically.
He's like on another planet today.
I'm chronologically challenged. I think I don't have my time stuff's all over the place.
I think so. Let's see. Kielbasa, bacon, and onion pizza. Kielbasa, bacon, and onion pizza. Well, that's different.
I'm happy I'm not sleeping next to you tonight.
And Pepsi to go with it, says Kev Thulu.
Oh yeah, that's the fuel. That's just the catalyst for the whole concoction there. Boy, that just gets things.
All right, and then the bloodpackedfilms.com is the website who is distributing this movie.
Right.
You can order their DVDs on there. So I'll post it in the Mummy and the Monkey Facebook group later tonight and on our Facebook page.
Word.
But it's bloodpacked, like PACT, films.com. And then Michael Norman, we've hosted some of his movies.
Yes.
He has his newest movie, Withdrawal, is getting distributed from them. And will be in a movie theater in Red Wing, Minnesota, April 17th.
You mean Michael Norman of from Vampire Ticks from Outer Space?
Yes, Vampire Ticks from Outer Space. That director.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
I love that movie. So good.
And Hatfield, Pennsylvania is a real place you can visit.
Oh, yes.
Poppy's Tavern in Hatfield, Pennsylvania has a Crickfoot hot dog on their menu that you can order.
How big is it?
It's a foot-long dog.
Hi-yo!
So watch out for the Crickfoot. He might try to take it from you.
Hey now. And drink your hot dog juice.
All right, well, let's see if they find this guy. Let's see if they find this big Sasquatch creature.
That's right. Like you said, it's part 2 of The Legend of Crickfoot right here on The Mummy and the Monkeys. Hairy, scary, hot dog hangout. Okay, here we go.
No. Why you keep talking about Crickfoot, man? Me and my kids ain't seen no Crickfoot. Babysitter here too watching. She keep an eye on them most of the time. I got things to do, man. Y'all ain't seen no Crickfoot. You seen Crickfoot?
I said Crickfoot. You did it. You been inside. We waited all day.
So you think there's a Crickfoot, or you're a non-believer?
I'm a believer because I just realized, how could a bear knock down that tree and the wind help it? That's not strong enough. It could have been lightning, but there hasn't been any thunderstorms around here.
That's
lately.
A good point. That is a good point. I guess you're the babysitter?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's no Crickfoot because there was a thunderstorm a few days ago, knocked down 2 trees in my yard. And a bear could have just climbed on that and knocked it down, was sitting on it and knocked it down. I've seen a bear do that before, so.
I did a dance battle with Crickfoot, then he got extinct because he was so sad he lost. I'm gonna get sturdy. I do a dance battle with him if I want.
It ain't no such thing.
I believe in Crickfoot, Daddy.
I know a lot of people don't believe, especially, well, you're a believer. No.
Crickfoot's just a myth.
It's not a myth.
I think it was a tornado.
I've heard tiger, I've heard bear, I've heard wind, I've heard lightning, and now you're saying it was a tornado.
My theory is that how he got this toenail broken off is that he was throwing the right foot creek in that ditch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was going like this. Like this. Yeah.
Beverly?
What?
Crickfoot's here.
Oh, Timmy Lynn, please. I am so tired of hearing about this Crickfoot.
You know dang well that he was in the area. I'm telling you, he's right here behind the sheet.
Okay, sure. You need to stay off that watermelon moonshine when we're doing laundry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. I can't even with you anymore. I'm trying to get the laundry done and you're over here talking about this.
Wait till he takes the laundry. You don't see them feet?
Oh my God! Timmy Lynn, run!
No. I told you.
Oh my God. Is it really him?
We need to take a photo.
Is it really him?
I don't know. Should I step on it?
Stop on it. See if he runs.
I don't know.
Call Mama. Mama! 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 Oh, girl, we gotta get out of here.
So word's gotten out around town that we're looking for Crickfoot. Footage just keeps showing up in my email inbox.
So you want to know about Crickfoot? I'll give you a little history about this foul-mouthed beast. So, about a year ago, I was having a nice family little barbecue. You know, we were getting along with the family, putting hot dogs on the grill. It was a nice summer day. And of course, you know, as busy as a family member, you know, sometimes we get distracted at what all the commotion and how we're celebrating our good time. Then, as I left the grill, I smelled the most awful smell I've ever smelled. It was stench, it was stink, it stunk so bad, I thought my eyeballs were gonna fall out of my sockets. And then I go back to the grill, and there are no hot dogs left. None. Zero. They are completely gone. How can I feed my family just a bunch of empty hot dog buns when there's no meat?
I don't know who he is, what he is, or where he come from. Maybe he's an alien. Maybe he's from another dimension. All I know is he exists, and he's out there eating sandwiches made of wieners.
Crickfoot? Yeah, I remember Crickfoot. I saw him one time. I was hauling some lumber down Shaky Town Road, just down by the bypass, you know, and he came running across the road. Bob Johnson came running across the road, not Crickfoot, but, you know, and I swerved to miss him, and I ended up spilling some beer on my nice new Hawaiian shirt that I got at Penny's. And I missed that shirt. So anyways, I swerved to miss Bob Johnson, and I slam on the brakes so I don't go down over the side, you know, and hit the culvert, because if I would have hit that culvert, I probably would have spilled the rest of my beer. And anyway, so I slam on the brakes, and I look into the forest, and I see this big shaggy thing. I thought it was one of those shaggy dog things, you know, like what do they call it, a shit stain or shit pile, shit something. Anyway, I saw him, and he was standing there, and he started doing this like little sexy pookie dance, and I thought, this can be edited, right?
As cool as it's been to get all these encounter videos and stories and speculations and all that good stuff, I really wanted to bring in a historical aspect. I mean, I'm loving all these stories. It's wild, but I wanted to cut to the chase and really talk about the whole history of Crickfoot from a local historian's perspective. So I reached out to a recommended local historian from Hatfield Township, and I wanted to see what he had to say.
So I have this really cool opportunity today to meet with a local historian named Lou Farrell to learn a little bit more about the history of Crickfoot in Hatfield Township. I'm going to be heading over to the Hatfield Nature Center, which is one of the hotbeds for Crickfoot activity. So I'm excited to show you guys this interview.
Hi, my name's Lou Farrell. I'm a Crickfoot historian. I live in Hatfield, just a stone's throw from the creek, and we've got some familiarity with this guy. As a historian, I'm disappointed that we don't have the whole oral history from the Lenape. That's going to go back years, but they lived in this area, God, 10,000 years, and they lived right in the area where the hive of the Crickfoot were. Their village was behind the Brethren Church, between the Brethren Church and the creek, over that way, over where CJ and Megan are raising a whole mess of kids. It's now a suburban neighborhood, but it was the native village. Colonists being colonists, they did what they do, and they ran the native population out in 1776. So we really don't have their long-term understanding of this phenomenon. However, we have journals. We have journals from the Funkite and Mennonite farmers that moved into this area, and their mentions of Crickfoot are pretty distinctive, and they also jive with what modern Crickfoot studies show. This was a large animal, hairy. It moved through the forest quickly and quietly, but it also has had a taste for boiled meat, for boiled sausages. So it's kind of interesting. Historians always want a throughput. They want to see things that are consistent over time to help us understand what's going on. And the native people, they would have eaten pemmican, and the pemmican would have been boiled. Certainly, that's something the Crickfoot would have been interested in. The Mennonite farmers, those folks, well, you know, they invented wieners, and that's something that boiling wieners would have attracted them. Also, I guarantee you there were some reports of smokehouses being raided. At the time, they blamed it on kids, but my guess is that it was the Crickfoots. And in 1895, when Hatfield Meats opened, the Crickfoots were still here, and I think the smells coming out of that factory would have cemented their love of Hatfield area.
I mean, it's some good news has come along. I've been able to make contact with two esteemed professionals in this cryptozoology field, two doctors actually. I was able to get one to agree to go out to do some field research to see what he could come up with. So he's prepared a camera person, some scientific type experiments, pseudo experiments. Hopefully they're data driven. We'll see what he comes up with, but I was able to get him to submit an interview to talk about his process and what he thinks is best. So we're going to take a look at that first.
Hello, I am Dr. George DeHoff, and today I'm here to discuss the Crickfoot. You see, I've studied the legend of the Crickfoot for more than 8 years at university. During this time, I learned so much of the lore of the Crickfoot from all the previous encounters that other people have had. So now, I think it is time for me to head out and try to study the Crickfoot up close. I plan to set out with my trusty cameraman, Bob. Now, I've heard that the Crickfoot loves the hot dog. Mind you, these are real hot dogs, not the vegetarian or the chicken or whatever kind of nonsense now. The real beef hot dogs. Now, when we head out to the wilds, we shall look for signs of the Crickfoot and then place the hot dogs around with much strategery. See, all this in hopes of luring the Crickfoot to us. And maybe, just maybe, I will be able to see the Crickfoot with my own 2 eyes. And maybe I can just be able to meet the Crickfoot, say hello.
Hi, my name is Dr. Roland Gibson. I am the professor of cryptozoology at the Brainerd Institute. I've been teaching a course there for approximately 15 years. I was asked to comment on the Crickfoot phenomenon. I have traveled extensively in the United States and other countries studying these creatures and this phenomenon. I realize it's pretty scary. Some of these creatures have pretty incredible powers. They're hard to get away from. If you're in the woods, you've got Bigfoot. If you're up in the mountains, you've got the Yeti. If you're on a lake, there's Loch Ness Monster and her cousins. If you're down in the jungles of South America, there's the Chupacabra. I mean, they're everywhere. And, they range from annoying to, absolutely vicious. Some of them steal children, etc., 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 etc. So I realize that everyone's, a little nervous, looking for ways to defend themselves. So the one thing, when I'm teaching my class, the one thing I tell my students is the best way to defend yourself against these creatures and this phenomenon is, simply stop believing in nonsense. What are you, 12? You still believe in Santa Claus? Jesus, I can't believe they even let me teach this fucking course.
So after I received the footage from Dr. Gibson, I reached back out to him to see if he was okay, because he didn't seem okay after I viewed his footage and him walking off in a huff puff, but he just seems really stressed out from the disagreement between the believers and the deniers and everybody in between. Everybody wants to start an argument, so I'm gonna leave him be for now. It's probably for the best.
Hi everybody, it's me, Cammy, from Cammy's Conspiracies, and I have been contacted by numerous fans to cover the stories and folklore of the trending Crickfoot phenomenon. And today, I have with me the local expert on the Crickfoot situation, Bone Johnson. What is going on up there, Bone?
Oh, hey, Cammy. Just trying to hunt for Crickfoot. Seeing where he's at, what he's doing. Super #blessed to be able to be on the program with you today.
So, I have compiled a list of questions from my fans all over the country and all over the world to give us a little insight into the Crickfoot happenings.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's make it interesting.
Let's get started from the first question from Mississippi. What type of cryptid is Crickfoot?
Cammy, that's a great question to start off with. From my research, independent on my own, referencing the famed Crickfoot researcher Dr. George DeHoff and some of Dr. Roland Gibson's material, we've nailed it down to him being part of the Bigfoot genus species.
Mama, 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 ooh, mow, mow, mama, ooh, mow, mow, mama, ooh, mow, mow, mama, ooh, mow, mow, mama, ooh, wow, 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 ooh, wow, wow. Hey, Mummy and the Monkey. Sharon Decay. She's the mummy. Jim Gory. Here's the monkey. Hence, it's the hairy, scary Hangout. Go take it, Daddy-o.
Stasha, turn off that TV and get your dupa to bed. You know you got a big day tomorrow. And you better not be watching any of those horror movies. You know they give you nightmares.
Oh, baby.
Boy, that girl never learns. I'll finish my nightcap. Hit the hay myself.
Hello? Yes, this is the zombie outbreak response team. Yes? Calm down. Yes, I understand. Okay, we're on our way.
Whoa, hot dainty dog. Woohoo! Welcome back to the living. Man, I'm a zombie without my morning coffee, let me tell you. Yes, sir. Oh, I can't see. What the? Woo! That's a lot better. Wow, hey, what the heck's going on? Who are these guys? What the?
We'll kill you.
Stasha. Oh, well, at least I got my morning joke.
Well, it's a good thing that old Stasha had the zombie outbreak response team on speed dial. Maybe you should too, because you never know when you just might need them. Join us next time for more misadventures of Stasha from the old country.
Wow.
Oh boy, what a production that one was. Wow. Hey, welcome back everybody to the Harry Scary Hangout. Not that you left, but you know, or at least some of you maybe wake up. Actually, no, I think everyone's enjoying tonight's movie, The Legend of Crickfoot.
The Legend of Crickfoot. We just watched part 2 of the movie, and followed by a Stasha skit. And that skit was actually written by Chris.
Conceived by Chris and Mike, yeah.
Yeah, Chris and Mike helped put that together.
The two zombie response people that you saw there. Pretty cool stuff. Thanks again, you two, for...
Local zombie hunter fans.
The inspiration and the great idea. So, all right, but before we move forward, I came up with a little quiz here.
But before you do that...
No!
We have some super chats.
Oh, yes.
So we want to thank Kathleen Rozecki for the super chat. Nora Wallace, thank you so much. And John Figgins, Parma John. Thank you, Parma John.
Oh, that's very nice. Whoa.
And let's see. Good Stasha Story says WC. Jeffrey says loving it. And
Stasha's got to put together some more stuff like that, more quality things.
And Rob's Vintage Video says, thanks for stopping by the stream, guys. So yeah, Rob's Vintage Video and fellow YouTuber. Him and his buddy, they talk about VHS tapes.
Oh, we were watching that before we were on.
And we were watching that while we were getting the show ready.
That's right.
Yeah, I stopped in and said hi. So.
Yeah, cool stuff.
And
okay.
Roman Adventures is here. Hello, Roman.
Oh, Roman, what's up, man? Okay,
so what's on your mind,
This is a pop Harry Scary Hangout style Jeopardy quiz I got for you. Just a short one, and it's you're the contestant. So if you're ready, we're gonna play a little thing called quiz, or actually it's Harry Scary Jeopardy, and the clue is, or the category is Quizfoot. Okay,
Quizfoot.
So that means the answers, and you don't have to answer in question form or anything like that. You just have to know what the questions are gonna. I'm gonna ask you a question, and the answer is going to be, it's going to have the word foot in it, like Crickfoot. Okay?
So any of the answers will have the word foot in
it. It's going to rhyme with crick, okay? Or maybe you should call rhymes with, okay?
So, what rhymes with crick?
Well, you'll have to figure that's like a Jeopardy thing, right? So the first one is, let's try to make it easy, okay? The condition one would suffer from if they stepped in a thorn bush. The condition one would suffer from if they were to step into a thorn bush.
Thornfoot?
It has to rhyme with
crick?
Yes.
Stickfoot?
No, I'm sorry. The answer is prickfoot.
Oh, okay.
Prickfoot. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here's another one. Next one. What happens if you eat too many Big Macs and fillet of fishes? You would have
the. I don't want to see it on there.
No, it has to. No, it's
you
not.
Would have the
not a T with a K or a hard C sound. Not doesn't end with a T sound.
So it would. So say the question again.
What happens if you eat too many Big Macs and fillet of fishes?
Eat too many Big Macs and fillet of fishes, and it has to rhyme with crick.
Crickfoot.
With Crickfoot. I don't know.
That would be, the answer is Mickfoot.
Oh,
you would have Mickfoot. And
jeez,
another one for that I came up with.
That's a real stretch.
Another one for that, I should have maybe asked you the second one. That's the same answer. Sounds like anyway.
Okay.
If the lead singer of the Rolling Stones were to give you a pedicure, you would have. I just said the answer.
Wait. Yeah.
If the lead singer of the Rolling Stones gave you a pedicure, you would have Mickfoot.
No, you already
just gave you the answer.
So it was two answers for the same question.
I just had an alternative.
Two.
I said all that. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. Come on.
Right.
Now concentrate.
Okay.
If a drunk guy just threw up all over his shoes, he would have
Stinkfoot.
It doesn't rhyme with
Pukefoot. I don't know what rhymes with crick.
Sickfoot.
Sickfoot.
Yeah,
crick, sick. Okay.
Okay. Now here's one. Okay. Oh, did I write that one down? Okay, here's one.
Do you even know your own question?
Yes, I do. I had another one. I didn't write it down though.
Okay.
That's okay though, because this has gone on long enough.
It has.
Here's the last one. This is now come on. The original moniker for the Thing from the Marvel Comics Fantastic Four superhero team. What was his original name? It's not, but I'm just making this up.
Wait.
The original name or moniker for the Thing. You know the Thing, the big orange
I know that
guy?
Character, but I don't know his real name.
Well,
okay.
Take a guess. He would be. What's he made out of?
He's made out of rocks. Which
are also what would rhyme with. You're not thinking.
Rock. What would rhyme with crick?
That's like a rock.
That's like a rock.
Come on.
I don't know, Grim.
Brickfoot.
Okay.
What's going on?
Bricks aren't really rocks.
Somebody said Brickfoot. No, they got it.
Okay.
Man-made.
You're
not thinking of
rocks are more natural, and bricks are made by people.
That is I have never heard.
I didn't think of brick and rock. I didn't.
But the premise rhymes with.
Well, you threw this on me at the last minute.
Well,
so.
I told you. No, I told you before the break.
Everybody.
Yeah, that I wrote something really quick. If you knew the answers, it can't be a bit anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, so you have to do some study on what rhymes with it. We have a rhyme study, but
I'm not that
a lot of
good
people
with
out there
rhyming.
got it. Brickfoot.
Well, I want to say another word, but I.
Well, there's some stuff I could. Well, I did Crickfoot, but I had to do it. What would rhyme with
crick?
Yeah, but that's a T sound, not a K sound.
Yeah, but to me, it still rhymes a little bit.
It does, but it's like that. It's that lazy.
Crowbar that in.
Yeah, you're like Eminem, like rhyming orange with door hinge. It's kinda, but yeah, whatever. That's close enough.
All right.
Anyway,
are we done with this bit?
I had one more. It was It's just, forget it.
No.
This is fail. This is
no,
like
it's too
no
weird.
good. Maybe the audience could get it.
All right, Roman, thank you for the super chat. That's really sweet.
Let me give him a barba papa. But that's the kind of quality entertainment you can.
So, guys, we do have a prize giveaway. We are giving away this hat to one lucky winner at the end of the night. It's an official Mummy and the Monkey hat. The one and only of its kind currently, until we figure out how we're going to get more of these made. But if you want to be a part of that prize drawing, just chat in the YouTube chat. And I've been writing down all of your names and putting them in my big plastic shiny mummy bucket. My mummy bucket is full of names here. So we will pick that one lucky winner at the end of the show.
Yeah, David Hayes. That one was definitely in the running, but I didn't. Again, I was trying to keep it.
What did he say?
Family, or even though Lickfoot or something like that.
Oh.
I didn't want to go there. There's a couple other ones that are pretty messed up, but I got Prickfoot in there with making it not so obvious. Anyway.
Well, you said Steppen. I thought Stick.
Okay, one more. This is the one. This is the one. Oh, this is the one. Okay, you're gonna redeem yourself on this last one. This is one I didn't read.
Am I? Okay.
The nickname for a guy named Richard wearing no shoes or no socks.
Dickfoot.
Yay! You got it.
All right.
There you go. Everyone's like throwing out weird stuff. There you go. That was the premise of it.
It sounds like he needs to see a doctor.
Well, again, how can you say something funny without it being blatantly, yeah, anyway.
Okay. All right. So, do we want to show some stills for our store and then get back to the movie?
What I do want to talk about is the thing going on tomorrow at the North Coast.
Oh, there we go. We can share
North
that.
Coast Comics.
All right, North Coast Comics in Parma, Ohio is having a show and tell night Saturday, April 5th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's on Ridge Road in Parma. You can bring your favorite action figure or comic book or a comic book related item or science fiction stuff.
Or anything that rhymes with crick.
And we're gonna we're gonna visit for a little bit and say hi to everybody and talk nerdy and bring a little something to show and tell.
But we'll just be there as us, as people, and not as characters.
We'll be dressed nerdy, just out of character.
Yeah, just for a couple of, and then we have to come right back to our abode.
Yes.
But it's just something to get out, shake off the
cobwebs.
The cobwebs, and then
yes.
come back into the hovel. But all right, so wow. And anything else we want to do? Because I think I ate up that whole segment.
I think you did. That took a while. So let's get into part 3 of Crickfoot, and let's see what's going on here. Do they find him?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's see if they find him.
All right, now we have from Alabama. How do you know Crickfoot is in your area?
That's a great question, Cam. You'd be happy to answer it. So, when you're trying to figure out if a Crickfoot is in your area, you want to take a 2 or 3 pronged approach. I prefer the 2-pronged approach. If you look in the area woods, look for the obvious big footprints on the ground. You're also going to want to look on the trees to see if there's any hair or physical evidence that's been caught on the tree branches. You're also going to want to check your beer distributors in the area and also gas stations to see if there's been an increase in sales in Natty Daddy brand beer. These 2 things are very specific to Crickfoot's tastes. That's how you know Crickfoot's in the area, most likely.
Okay, now out of Arkansas, does Crickfoot make any identifying noises? Like, does he squeak, bark, howl, or yip?
From what I've heard from eyewitness encounters, it's more of like a whoop, whoop.
And out of West Virginia, can you give me an idea of his or her preferred habitat?
That's another great question, Cammie. Be happy to answer that. His preferred habitat, or Crickfoot's preferred habitat, is definitely along the banks of the Neshaminy Creek that runs through Hatfield. I've also had reports of sightings in the Hatfield nature area, and there's also been a few incidents of reports of Crickfoot sneaking out of my neighbor Roxy McFizzle's house after a night of something. Statistically, he is seen exiting her house after there's been a big spike in MD 2020 and Natty Daddy sales. So, yeah, there's that.
All right, and finally, out of Maine, are there any senses that can be triggered when he's in the proximity? Like a distinct smell or maybe identifiable scat?
That's a great question, Cammie. As far as smells go, there's so many smells that have been reported. I can't nail down one single one. As far as any identifiable scat, I have heard reports of late in the evening, much along the lines of the whoop whoop. I'll hear, people will hear beep ba 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 da boop, ba 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 da boop, beep ba 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 da boop. It probably just means he's happy, so I think that's probably the most identifiable scat that you're going to come across.
Okay. Oh, all right. Bone, thank you so much for your input. I do believe that a lot of this information is going to help me when I'm out there on the hunt for the elusive Crickfoot out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania.
Good luck, Cammie. I look forward to seeing video of your research. Hashtag Crickfoot lives.
All right. I'll be going live during my hunt, so all my conspiracy kitties out there, you stay tuned.
So as I continue to work on this documentary, I discovered a sub group of people, women really specifically, that have this undying obsession, love, lust, something for Crickfoot. Totally blowing my mind. One of these people is dangerously close, in my opinion, dangerously close to starting like the first Cricketarian church of Pennsylvania. That's how in tune they are with Crickfoot. So I requested some footage from some women in the area to just give us an in-depth look about their feelings and how they interpret what they feel for Crickfoot. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at now.
Hiya Datamax, Tiffany here. Well, I'm sorry, this video is for one man and one man only. And if I'm honest, he's not really a man. He's my monster hunk Crickfoot. Most people think I'm crazy, but I'm like, whatever. I know he's real, and I'm gonna find him. We like all the same things as each other: hunting, sleeping out in the wild. He likes hot dogs, and I do too. And believe me, I can do more than just eat 'em up, big boy. So come on, Crickfoot. Why not let me be your urban legend?
Hey y'all, this is Billie Jean Langhorn. Not that Billie Jean. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about Crickfoot. See, my daddy, he told me about Crickfoot long ago, and I went out in the woods and I met him, and he's real. He's really real, and I think that we're gonna get married soon. So just tell him if you see him, we've got a baby Crickfoot on the way.
I'm Cindy Scott, and I'm here to talk about my experience with the Crickfoot. So I go by, she, her, they, them, and I consider myself to be on the asexual spectrum. But there was something about this Crickfoot that just really turned me on in a way that I've never been turned on before. Let me get into it. So I was going on a hike, which is something that, I don't usually do, but I have a lot of white friends and they just really love to walk in the woods. We saw the Crickfoot at a distance and it was becoming nightfall, and so I was like, Stacy, look over there, that is the Crickfoot. And she couldn't believe it. She took off running like a bat out of hell. I woke up the next morning and Stacy hasn't been seen since. So I don't know what's going on with Stacy. I think maybe, I have a theory though. I think Stacy and the Crickfoot met each other, and it really hurts my feelings because I think she got into a relationship with the Crickfoot and she didn't want me to be stealing her thunder. I can't stop eating hot dogs. They are so, it just reminds me of the encounter, and all I can do is boil hot dogs at my home to recreate the experience. What I really need to do, I think, is I need to get back in the woods and find Stacy, and maybe I think what we could do is we could live in a throuple. You know what I mean? I'm just not well, and I'm hoping that we can figure this out, because I'm a believer. You know what I mean? I'm a believer in the Crickfoot, and I can't wait to live my true identity. They are an animal, and so are we, and I just think that we can do this. So I really hope that I have a future with Crickfoot and Stacy. So.
Have you ever had something that has brought you such joy? You may refer to me as dew. Yes, like the morning dew that moistens each blade of grass, kissing it with hydration. You would like to hear my glorious experience with the one, the legend of Crickfoot. I was venturing in the forest. Oh, what a spiritual awakening. Walking barefoot, finding all sorts of inspiration for my new art. I look behind me, and there is this glorious creature, his fur shimmering and the sunlight coming through the trees. His aura, a red coral, very emotional and passionate aura. I knew what I needed to create next. Temptation. See how his mouth moistens with the thought of sliding his tongue across the hot dog. I still feel his presence within me, his aura combining with mine. I could use a hot dog.
My name is Margarita Brown. Most people call me Margie, but I believe in Crickfoot. And not just that. I'm in love with Crickfoot. I had a run-in with Crickfoot about 10 years ago. I was hosting a cookout and I made 56 hot dogs, not realizing that the bulk of my guests had actually switched to vegan and forgot to tell me. So I got through about 27 of them. I'm not proud of that. The remainder I took out to the trash can. And next thing I know, I felt hot breath on my neck. It smelled like 3-day-old tacos and burnt hot dogs. I knew in that moment that I'd found my one true love. So I dedicated my life for the past 10 years trying to catch him day in and day out. My monthly budget is about $1,300 for hot dogs. And in the past 10 years, I've tripled my raccoon population. But, I mean, they're not so bad. Right now, I have about 17 raccoons frequenting my property. I've named all of them. There's George, Jefferson, Oil Spot, Dipstick. I want to connect with him in the biblical sense. I just know it. I'm ready for you, Crickfoot. I've been ready for 10 years.
George III, get out of my trash can!
The next piece of footage in this documentary is very interesting. It appears to be some type of Crickfoot mating ritual, like human to Crickfoot mating ritual of some kind. So we're going to analyze this, dive a little deeper into this phenomenon of Crickfoot love. Okay, so what we have here is female between 20s and 30s, somewhere in between, not really too sure. Looks like she's laying out some hot dogs in an attempt to attract a Crickfoot. Now, alright, she's moving something out of the way. I noticed her in a straight line. I'm surprised she's not using Dr. DeHoff's classic serpentine pattern. Alright, camera's panning over. Oh! Alright, well, I don't know if that's a Crickfoot or a dude. I mean, he looks like a hungry dude. He could probably eat. Is she gonna hit him? Whoa!
What the hell?
It looks like she's upset.
What?
A Crickfoot!
Looks like this dude just wanted some hot dogs.
What are you talking about?
She thought he was Crickfoot? Although we're really not sure if Crickfoot is a human or animal or what. Whoa.
Nope.
I don't even know what Crickfoot is.
Wow, this is just getting intense.
Come on. I'll show you.
Yeah, it looks like she's gonna take him anyway.
Oh well.
I guess she's happy. Wait, who's filming this?
Mr. Hot Dog? Yeah, I know who Mr. Hot Dog is. He also goes by the name Captain Hot Dog. But is Franklin? Furter. Frankie, Franklin. He answers to all those things. I bet you can just call him Weenie or Wiener. I think I gotta go outside and poop. Hey, that's what I do.
The Mummy and the Monkey. They say they host skits, bits, and a scary flick. But are the movies actually scary? Can you really trust them?
With movies like The Beast of Yucca Flats and One Body Too Many, you're more likely to fall asleep in your chair than hide under your covers.
They host a show called the Hairy Scary Hangout. But how hairy are they?
Recently, we caught Grim Gory at a salon getting a Brazilian wax.
Can we really trust what they say?
Janet Decay claims that Grim is the gassy one. But she was caught buying broccoli and beans at a giant Igor grocery store. And you know what they say, whoever smelt it, dealt it.
The Mummy and the Monkey are just full of hot air.
Don't watch them.
Brought to you by the Council of Who Gives a F***.
Whoa!
Wow.
Hey! Hey, welcome back to Live, Love, Laugh, the Harry Scary Hangout. Yeah, you're watching tonight's movie, The Legend of Crickfoot. And I have more quiz questions.
Oh no, don't do that.
Just kidding.
No more pop quizzes.
We'll have to
Grim.
figure out the Jeopardy thing next time for... maybe next time I'll have the audience participate.
Yeah, we
in
just
the
watched
chat.
Part 2 of Crickfoot.
Part 3.
Part 3 already?
Whoa, where
wow,
have you
Part
been?
3 of Crickfoot.
Yeah, talk about me with my chronologically challenged issues.
Where are we in space and time?
Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah.
It's Friday
So
night.
we watched Part 3 of Crickfoot, and we watched a little skit too.
We did.
With Karen.
And and we're having a good old time here so far. I think everybody seems to be having fun in the chat. Anything fun happening in the chat?
Let's see. People are just LOL.
Let's
They're
interact.
enjoying the show.
Who isn't, right? At this point?
Yeah, they're enjoying it.
Not a bad flick tonight.
No, it's a lot of fun, and we want to thank Blood Pact Films and Bone Johnson for allowing us.
Johnson.
Yes, allowing us to host The Legend of Crickfoot, and you can check out their website, bloodpactfilms.com, PACT. That's how it's spelled, and we'll put it on social media later tonight. I don't think we're going to be hosting a Harry Scary Hangover
Oh, that's right.
tonight.
Big announcement.
Yeah.
Announcement
But we will host our after show. We will host our after show chat show next show. Next episode.
And more on that at a later date.
Mhm.
So we're going to dive on into our the segment called "What Do You Do?" And what is "What Do You Do?"
So what do you do is where you, the viewer, send in photos of what you do while you watch the show. Maybe some people show their cool projector setup with their action figures on the shelf,
Or their hot dogs,
or the snacks they're getting ready to.
Right, that's what I meant.
Like some people share whatever food they're cooking that day to watch the show. Like Bone Jangler sent me a picture of pizza he was eating.
Oh wow!
So
we didn't get that to put into this.
It was not. Yeah, next time we'll share
We'll
it.
definitely share it. But
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on to "What Do You Do?" And it kicks it off with the theme song you so all know and love. So good.
What do you do when you're watching the Hangout? Do you watch on your PC? Do you watch on your phone, in a group or alone? Send us pics and let us see. What do you do when you're watching the Hangout? Does your Harry Scary show? Do you watch with your dog, or you sleep like a log? Send us pics and let us know, yeah.
Okay, the first submission is from our buddy Benny, and he's wearing a Mummy and the Monkey t-shirt.
Awesome, Benny. He's the best dressed in his neighborhood. He's got one of our t-shirts on, and that's how he's watching tonight.
On his laptop, looking up at him. Thank you, Benny, for sending that in.
Yeah, thank you, Benny.
Hey, and these next group come from our buddy Dane Stotzer.
Oh,
and
did he find Crickfoot?
I think he found Crickfoot.
He found Crickfoot.
Where he's at. He's out and about, and he and his family are enjoying some time together. There he is with one of his daughters, and there he is with the whole crew. So they're the Stotzers right there. Thank you guys all for sending that in to us.
Yeah, they're hanging out at down in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, enjoy your trip, your time away from
spring break.
Yeah, or from Cleveland, from the Ohio area. You lucky ducks.
Enjoy some warm weather.
That's right. And then the last but not least, a 3-panel comic from our buddy Marty. The Art from Mart is here. So it kicks off with Janet Decay being dragged by a mummy character, and Janet says,
I say I would have kicked his butt, but okay, I'll play along. Grim, help!
No, right up here, the red.
Oh. Hey, you.
Hey, why you?
Let go of me, you loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, you're going with me, Toots Scumraw. Together nobody could be better. Don't fight it, baby. You got the best in me. The greatest, the smartest, the best looking. Who's better,
Grim, help!
I beg to differ with you, son. I'm your Huckleberry. Ha 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 ha. Holy smokes, Grim Gory! The fastest ad-lib horror host artist ever. Hey, look, pal, sorry about pretending to steal old JD a second ago. Just what else can I say? Well, try this. Say when. And he says this is remembering Val Kilmer, of course. A little bit of a homage, I guess, to Val Kilmer, who passed away last week.
That's right.
The actor Val Kilmer,
yeah.
who was the Iceman in Top Gun, which I have yet to see. I have not seen the 80s movie Top Gun.
Well, you probably should see it sometime.
Yeah, it's on the list. It's on the heap of movies to see that I haven't seen. And look, and if you want to send something in to us to our What Do You Do, how would they do that?
They can send us an email. You can send an email to themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com, and your photo could be featured on a future What Do You Do segment. Now, David Bunn also sent us a picture, so we'll have to share that next episode.
Okay.
I must have missed that one.
Oops.
Yeah.
All right, now, I don't know what's going on in
the
cat
cats
land
are howling in the background.
They just hear us talking, so they're talking back. Come on, Lou.
We have
there
crypt kitties that get vocal.
And our buddy Crypt Kitty Louie just jumped up on my lap, so we got that
Special
going on.
guest appearance by Louie. Louie, maybe they saw Crickfoot and that's why they're meowing.
They're afraid. They sense them.
Maybe they're trying to guard the cemetery.
If I watch Top Gun, I'll watch Top Gun and then that sequel that they made 100 years later. I can't wait to see that. I love me some Tom Cruise. And Val Kilmer was really good in lots of different movies. He even played Batman in one of the Batman movies.
He was Batman once.
That's right. So and there's also a documentary on Val Kilmer that because this guy apparently shot everything he did on videotape probably since I guess like the mid 80s.
Oh wow.
He documented his life a lot. Less stuff behind the scenes, obviously, things like that.
Did he ever see Crickfoot?
That I don't know. You have to watch the doc, or maybe it's revealed in this last segment of the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out what happens. Do they find him in this?
Let's figure that out. I mean, the only way to know is to watch the last fart of tonight's movie, The Legend of Crickfoot, and after that, we're back with a TV show time travel, and of course the prize giveaways.
The prize giveaway. This awesome hat.
Yeah, that's right. Still more show to go. So hunker down, everybody. Here we go. The final fart of.
The Legend of Crickfoot.
Take it away, Cricky.
Yeah. All right, great. All right, thanks, Gary. Bye. So I just got off the phone with a gentleman named Gary. He was actually an out-of-town visitor that had once vacationed in Hatfield along the Neshaminy Creek. So I asked him to submit his story, a few words telling us what he saw and experienced. Here's his story.
My name is Gary LeBerry, and me and my family decided to go vacation in Hatfield, Pennsylvania, and much to the disagreement of the locals, we went to Neshaminy Creek. And we got all our equipment set up, and our fireplace got going, and we had our cooler full of beer and hot dogs, and this is so hard for me to talk about, but a couple of us went back to the creek to sit and, waddle in the water. We heard a scream, and we went back, and my wife, the cooler was knocked over, all the beer was out on the ground, and all the hot dogs were missing. I said, "What happened?" And she said, "Crickfoot got it." I thought he was fake, but I look off into the distance, and I saw him eating our hot dogs as he ran off into the forest. I can't say anymore. I can't do it.
Alright, so it's a rainy night in Hatfield. And we got some reports of some activity, maybe. And we're gonna go check it out right now. I'm gonna check it out right now. Jerry's gonna stay back at the office. I feel like Jerry's always at the office. But you might know that, or might notice that my beard is missing. It's, I had an unfortunate accident yesterday. I was trying to prep some wiener juice to put out in the nature area, and I tripped over a Lego block, and it splashed all up in my face and all in my beard. And let me tell you, that's like getting like skunk stank on your face. For the life of me, I couldn't get it off. Whatever recipe I used just was so potent, I couldn't get it off, so I just shaved my beard off. It was that nasty. I had to take drastic measures. But anyway, we're gonna go check out some possible activity across town. I'll keep you posted. Alright, so I'm pulling up to the area. Let me get a light on here. Pulling up to the area where a possible sighting might have occurred. It's by the old railroad tracks on Maple Avenue. There are some apartments that are right across the street over there. Somebody reported they saw something out their window running across the train tracks. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was a person running to the bar across the street, from the bar across the street, somebody that forgot their laundry in the laundromat, or Crickfoot. I don't know. They just saw flailing arms and what looked like either tattered clothing or fur. So I'm going to see if we can find anything. I'll keep you posted. So we're gonna go over here. There's like a little footpath. Just don't want to step in too much water. There's usually a lot of water around here. So there's the footpath. Not quite seeing anything, but there's the trains over there, the cargo trains. Whoa. What was that? I don't know if you guys heard that, but I heard something. Alright, well. I definitely heard something. Whoa. Okay, just noises. I'm hearing some noises that sound like Crickfoot noises. Can't really get across there. It's too wet. All right.
Wow, crop circles. Looks like there's aliens too alongside Crickfoot. Okay.
What's your name?
Henry,
What are you doing out here in the woods?
hunting for Crickfoot.
For what?
Crickfoot.
What's Crickfoot?
He's the big, oversized monkey who likes hot dogs.
Oh yeah, and you think he might be out here?
I'm a hired professional. I see hot
Hey, why'd you bring that backpack? What's in your backpack?
It's a survival pack. Here, let me show you.
Sir, we're only out here for a little while. What's in your survival pack? Chips. Granola bars.
Another brand of granola bars.
Okay.
Go look for yourself.
So wait, tell me everything you know about Crickfoot.
He's basically Bigfoot, but more handsome and likes hot dogs.
Hello, and we are live, my conspiracy kitties. This is Cammy from Cammy's Conspiracies, and after 3 hours of driving through questionable weather and 3 hours of even more questionable Pennsylvania drivers, I am here in Hatfield, Pennsylvania. I found myself I'm hiking up an area of the nature preserve area. I believe it's preserve. I don't know. I've been driving all night. Anyway, I'm up here. I'm come prepared. You see, I heard that there was, that they like hot dogs, right? So I got myself a little hot dog perfume because I'm, wanna lure the Crickfoot out, right? So I've got my hot dog juice right here, and I've got hot dogs, and I think we're in a good area. I don't know though. I think we're in a very good area. What is this? I think I found some hair. Ew. It's not great smelling. So I think we're onto something here. I think we're onto something, and oh my goodness, there must be an airport nearby because I keep seeing planes. Anyway, this is either we have Crickfoot remnants or somebody lost their weave, but I can't see anybody hiking up here. I'm the only crazy one. So now that I know that he's been here, I'm gonna set a trap. So in the effort to lure Crickfoot out, I have placed these hot dogs in areas that his hair says that he's already been. Nothing better than a hot dog juice. Woo! Making me hungry.
Hey folks, just a little update. I was able to go out to the area where Dr. Jord de Hoff was doing his research. I hadn't heard from him for a while, so I stopped back out to where I estimated he would have been, and I don't know where he was. I saw a lot of footprints, and I found some smashed video equipment, so I picked all that up, and I set it off to a Cardinal Camera company that is in the area near where I live, to kind of reconstruct it, put it back together, and see what we can come up with. So I just got it back in the mail today, and we're gonna see what we find. So this is just, I have no idea what's on here, completely found footage. Maybe we can make sense of what happened to Dr. de Hoff.
Oh, hello, Dr. Yor here. We're out in the wilds looking for a Crickfoot, and I got some Nice tasty beef hot dogs by the Crickfoot. Yum yum. Mmm. Oh, I spilled the hot dog juice on me. Now I smell like hot dog. Oh, let's go find the Crickfoot. Come on, Bob. Let's go find this Crickfoot.
Alright.
Bob, these Crickfoot footprints. You think, Bob?
Yeah, I think they are. Too big to be anything else.
Look at me, Bob. The Crickfoot house. Anything else, Bob?
No. Don't really see anything else.
Look. Open tree. Oh, this looks fresh.
Maybe your Crickfoot is actually around here.
I think you might be right. Alright, Bob. I think probably we should split up. So, let's see. You go that way, and I'll go this way. And if you need me, call me on the radio. Okay?
Alright.
You almost forgot your hot dogs.
Yeah, my hot dogs.
Yum yum.
Yay. Very
Happy
yummy.
hunting, Bob.
Thanks, you too. Disgusting.
What's that? I think I heard something over here. Oh, what was that? Let me check here. Bob, was that you? Bob, I heard something. Was that you? Bob, come in, Bob. Bob. Bob.
There's a Crickfoot here.
I'm hearing a lot of strange stuff here, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't see anything. I can't get a hold of Bob.
Or maybe this is just a prank, even better. Where is this guy? Yord, where are you, man? This isn't funny. Come on.
Good point, I know the hot dog! No, it's a hot dog! Run! Run!
Okay! What is going on? What the? I'll come back for you! Oh, hell. Oh, no. Whew.
Look out, honey, it's a strobe light dance. Knee-high boots hanging in a cage. Devil-like woman got a whip and chain. Devil-like woman gonna spit in your face.
back, everybody.
And there you have it. The Legend of Crickfoot. It turns out maybe not a legend so much after all. Maybe it is real.
Yeah, he looks like he was real there at the end. But what did they think was going to happen? You show up there with hot dogs.
Hot dog juice all over me.
And he loves hot dogs. Of course this monster's going to attack you. Like, they didn't really think their plans out.
He likes hot dogs and wiener juice.
Yes.
Come on, buddy.
Gotta watch out for that.
Hey, yo. All right, so there you have it.
There was Crickfoot, the Legend of Crickfoot. So we want to thank...
Don Johnson.
Bone Johnson.
Bone Johnson, that's right.
And we want to thank Blood Pact Films, Shane Michaels, who reached out to us a little while back. And yeah, we like from time to time hosting independent movies. We think it's really cool that, you know, people are getting their projects out there and they're doing stuff that's fun and creative and weird and silly. So
And that was all the above, that movie. I love it.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. And what do we have coming up next, Griff?
Well, we have another installment of Cleveland TV Showtime travel. Yeah.
Oh, and real quick, thank you, Nora Wallace, for the super chat.
That's right. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to move on to Cleveland TV Showtime travel. That is when we go down memory lane here with the aid of a montage that shows what was playing here in the Northeast Ohio area. It could be anywhere from the late 1960s up into the mid-90s. We had numerous or a fair amount of horror hosts and movie hosts on at the same time on the Cleveland airwaves. So I grab a TV guide. It used to come out every week with your newspaper, and that would let you know what's on each station for at least a week.
Ooh, all right.
So I focus on, a date that's kind of close to our air date tonight. I think it's sometime in April. So I believe we're going back to 1981. So let's just make sure. Let's check out.
Going back in time.
That's right. Let's go back in time, Doctor Who style, and check out what's next on Cleveland TV Show Time Travel. We start with WJKW TVA Cleveland. That's right. With Friday, April 17th, 1981 at 11:30 p.m. for the one, the only, the Big Chuck and Little John Show. Yes. And their movie that night was a Basil Rathbone, The House of Fear.
Nice.
With Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes, of course.
Yes.
We showed a Sherlock Holmes movie last week.
We did.
And this is a good one, too. I don't know if we can show this one, but gosh, there he is. He's with Watson all tied up. And then after that, at 12:30 a.m. on the same station, a non-hosted show, but it showed movies all night, was a Bowery Boys movie called Let's Go Navy. Yes, sir. We just saw that the author of the Bowery Boys book on a previous segment.
During the countdown.
That's right. The Bride and the Beast was the movie that followed that. Again, unhosted, but...
a relative of yours, Graham?
Maybe so. You never know. Lots of monkeys in that tree. And, wow, yeah, so that's a cool movie. I'd love to see this one. And we fast forward to the next day, Saturday, April 18th on WUAB Channel 43 at noon for the one, the only super host. Yes, sir. And his 4-hour show started off at noon with an hour of comedy, usually like the Three Stooges. He showed shorts like that. And he had 2 movies that day. The first one at 1 p.m. was The Underwater City. Ooh.
Oh, that looks neat.
Yeah, it looks like something we would show on our show.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, at 2:30 was Abbott and Costello and It Ain't Hay. Another comedy by them to round out your day that Saturday afternoon on the Superhost Show. And that concludes tonight's Cleveland TV Showtime travel, baby.
Very nice. Thank you, Grim. Yeah, no, that was really old school. Wow.
Yeah,
Before all your digital streaming and everything like that.
Yeah, everybody just pulls that stuff up anyway now on YouTube or, on all these different streaming platforms. So
back then you had to check your paper TV guide to see what shows you wanted to watch.
But it made it challenging and kind of fun. And every now and then we'll flick around on regular TV. But we're streaming people too. We like YouTube and all the Tubi and some of the pay services. So
all that stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of neat movies and shows out there.
All right, now let's get to the real exciting part of the show.
All right,
the prize giveaway.
So we are gonna give away a Mummy and the Monkey official hat, a one-of-a-kind hat. Well, we're trying to get more of these made, but for now we have this one.
But that costs money.
Yeah. So we have to see if we can get them made at some point.
And while we're watching Crickfoot, you were pulling double duty watching this cool movie and
it's got
writing
a
down
spot on it. I'll have to clean it up.
Right? Was it wiener juice?
No, it looks like marker or pen or something.
Let me see.
There's like a spot on it. I didn't see that before. Maybe I got
You
pen
must
on
have
it.
done that, yep, with your ink pen.
I didn't mean to do that.
Well, I'll try
But
to-
you know, we could sign it and then add more.
That too.
Add more ink to it.
That's a possibility. So whoever wins, will have to let us know.
Oh yeah.
So to win this, how are they gonna do that?
All right, so I've got all the names in my big plastic mummy bucket here. My bucket is full of names, and you know, Kim Kardashian's got a big bucket, and now I got a big plastic bucket too.
So
like
does
hers.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, or Doja Cat. Yeah.
Who has nothing to do with that Elon guy. It's
All
a
right,
different Doge.
So you know, let's all get up. Let's dance a minute. Let's shake our buckets.
All right.
All right. Shake. Hey, Grim. Shake.
Shake
my
your
bucket.
Shake
Shake my
your
bucket. All right. Jeez.
Wow, what did you have? Yeah, there was that.
Just popcorn.
Popcorn. Wow.
And maybe pizza earlier.
Sure, Pete on you.
All right.
Popcorn is
Gotta
not
stir
your.
up these names.
Popcorn is not your friend. People seem to really like the movie. That's cool. That's awesome.
I'm glad people are liking the movie.
Yeah. All right, who's the winner? I got my finger on the drum roll.
All right, I got a winner.
All right, when you're ready, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Oh. There's like a few that. Okay, sorry
Stuck
guys.
to it.
Sorry names. There's just this one.
Okay.
Okay.
And the winner
And
is.
the winner is. The winner is Vic Hamby. Vic, congratulations, Vic Hamby. You are the winner. Woohoo! So then you just need to email us, themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com.
I'm trying to get this happening.
And our email is also in the YouTube video description box.
Ah, boy.
There it is. Okay, themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com. And to claim your prize. Congratulations, Vic. You know what? You guys are all winners to us. You're all awesome.
You is.
And we appreciate you taking the time to watch our silly little show. We want to thank Blood Pact Films, Shane Michaels and his amazing filmmakers that work with him, and Bone Johnson and his amazing crew.
Yes, bravo on that production. Very good. Yes, people enjoyed it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys, and you know, we'll have more episodes in the future. So like always, stay tuned, and good night, good fright.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ooh, I'm slipping here. And that's right. So we'll see you next time here on the Mummy the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. See you later, alligators.
Bye-bye.